Alright, welcome back, guys. This is gonna be like a quick little upload. This is like a reaction type video to the Game of the Year nominee list. Game of the Year awards, man. Like, say what you will about like past year's winners. At least in past years, like the list was like the list of nominees was good. Like, for example, the only game like let's show you, like this is your list of your game. If you don't know, here's the list of the Game of the Year nominees. It's Animal Crossing, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remastered, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2. And can I just say what a weak list of nominees this is? Like, man, at least from like recent years, the lists haven't been bad. Like, look at the 2019's list, for example. The only games inclusion I don't agree with was Super Smash Bros. Like, the list was Control, amazing game. Resident Evil 2, amazing game. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the only game I don't think should have been there. Like, it was a great game, but I think if you wanted Nintendo representation, Fire Emblem Three Houses should have been the pick. And I already made a video about Fire Emblem Three Houses and why it should have won Game of the Year. Sekiro, Shadows of Die Twice was a good game. Death Stranding, good game. And The Outer Worlds, good game. 2018 list. Let's see here. Celeste, great game. God of War, good game. Monster Hunter World, I think that's a little overworld, but it's still good. Red Dead Redemption 2 won, and that was the game of my choice, so good on them. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I don't think it's that highly Assassin's Creed Odyssey as much as a lot of people do, but I'm not gonna deny it was still a good game. Spider-Man, I think that was the runner-up, great game. Okay, and then the 2017 list. Like, you had, like, PUBG should not have been there. We all know that. Persona 5 was Persona 5 is my favorite game ever. You guys know how I feel about Persona 5. And then you had Breath of the Wild, which won. I'm not going to disagree with Breath of the Wild winning. It's a great game. I'm not going to say it didn't deserve it, but I still think Persona 5 should have won. And then you had Mario Odyssey. Great game once again. Nintendo really just dominated that year. And you had Horizon Zero Dawn. Again, it's a great game. Like, the last list that had like a really uninspiring list of nominees was 2016, in my opinion. Like, the only good games, like, let's just say, like, this list is comparable to the 2016 list. Like, take a look at this 2016 list. You had Inside, let's get that game is okay. Overwatch, which is a game I'm playing right now, is okay. Probably shouldn't have won Game of the Year. Titanfall 2 should not have been a nominee. Charted 4, that's the game that should have won, and you had Doom, which was also a good game. Like, to this day, I still don't get how Overwatch won over fucking Uncharted 4. And then, like, let's talk about this year's nominees, dude. Man, I get that 2020 wasn't a great year for games with, like, COVID and stuff. But really, Ghost of Tsushima is the only game that I see here that has a legitimate shot of winning. Like, all these other games just don't seem good. Like, I've played most of these games. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima's gonna win. I don't have much else to say about it. It's the competition just isn't there for Ghost of Tsushima to not win. That's kind of how I feel about it. Next thing we're gonna talk about, Final Fantasy VII. I'm not gonna say this game did deserve it, but I don't usually include remakes into my Game of the Year listings. But if you are gonna include remakes, then I don't see how Persona 5 Royal or Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition didn't make it. Like, it's insane to me that you're going to include remakes in your Game of the Year nominees, and then you're going to say that and you're not going to include Xenoblade Definitive Edition or Persona 5 Royal, which I thought were the best two games to come out this year by far. Like, I like Ghost of Tsushima and I like Final Fantasy VII Remastered, but you're not going to tell me that Xenoblade Definitive Edition and Persona 5 Royal aren't like the two best games of all time. And yes, I am biased. I am. Those two games are fantastic. I might have to make a video for one of those two games, or maybe both of them. Dude, I just can't understand it. Like, I don't need to include remakes. That's why I wasn't considering Persona 5 Royal and Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition for Game of the Year. But if you are including remakes, then how are those two games not nominated at the very least? Like, those games are better than every game on here. Like, it's just insane to me. Like, honestly, I don't get it. I don't get how those games were nominated. Next up, but Final Fantasy 7 Remastered is still a game. I still would put it in my nominees list if we are including remakes. But at that point, if we were including remakes, half the list would have been remakes for me, which is kind of insane. Anyway, moving on. Doom Eternal. I have not played Doom Eternal. I've heard just because I don't like first-person shooters, though I'm playing Overwatch right now, but that's kind of different. Overwatch is like an MMO, but Doom is just straight up a shooter. And I have heard good things about Doom. People I know play Doom say they like it, so I'm not going to argue against Doom being on this list. But, yeah. Next up, Last of Us Part 2. What a disappointment in the game this was. This game made no fucking sense. Gameplay was alright, but, like, I don't value gameplay as much as other people do. I like writing, I like story, I like characters. This game was not it. I don't know how this game made it. Maybe because of brand recognition. I don't know how Half-Life didn't make it over this game, like, personally. And then you have Hades. I actually never heard of Hades before seeing this Game of the Year list. There's only that one game where you just look at it and you're like, man, I have no idea what this game is. I've never even heard of that game. And this year is Hades for me. Like, I did some research. This game came out in 2018. Maybe it was like a beta type thing back then, but this game came out 2 years ago. I don't get how it's up for Game of the Year right now. And from watching a little bit of gameplay, it just looks not inspired. Like, it just doesn't look that good. Maybe I haven't played it, so I really can't talk, but I'll probably get around to play it eventually. And Animal Crossing, dude. How did Animal Crossing make this list? Hello? Did you really need a Nintendo representative that badly? Dude, Animal Crossing was boring as fuck. I bought the game, played for like 3 hours, was insanely bored. And I went back to playing Persona 5. Like, that's... Like, if you wanted a Nintendo representative, Xenoblade was right there. Like Xenoblade Chronicles Edition was by far the best game to come out for Nintendo this year. And you guys chose Animal Crossing over it. That's insane to me. It's not even like the Animal Crossing is that innovative. Like, it's probably the worst Animal Crossing, like, by far. I can't think... So I don't understand that. And so, like, this list is just awful. It's like if it was my list, it would be Ghost of like, my list on nominees would be Ghost of Tsushima, Half-Life, and then if we're including remakes, I'll throw in Final Fantasy VII Remastered, Xenoblade DE, Persona 5 Royal, and then I'll put in Doom Eternal, just because I have heard a lot of good things about that game. And that'd be my nominees list. So basically what I'm saying is that this team, that they only got half these right, but like that's only in the pretense of like me not playing Doom and just giving me the respect that I respect. And also me including remakes. Like, I think, honestly, I think Half-Life was the biggest rob. But if we're including remakes, I think both Xenoblade Definitive Edition and Persona 4 Royal got massively robbed. Like, I still don't get it. How'd they mess that up so badly? But man, this Game of the Year list was just awful, dude. Ghost of Tsushima is gonna win easily. Like, it's not even gonna be close. Like, it's just kind of insane to me. But anyway, how do you guys feel with the Game of the Year list? Like, I pretty much talked to everybody I knew and be like, man, do you guys see how awful the Game of the Year list is? Like, man, that's just crazy. Still, did Animal Crossing make it? How did Animal Crossing make it over Xenoblade? Like, if you needed a Nintendo representative that badly, how was Xenoblade not the pick? Especially if you're including remakes. Like, I don't get it. And then, like, I don't know. This just seems like Ghost of Tsushima is gonna win this free. Like, honestly, I haven't seen a Game of the Year list this bad since 2016. You know, 2016, the year that Overwatch won it over fucking Uncharted. Like, I don't get that. So to say, I still don't get how Overwatch beat Uncharted. But man, so that's gonna do it, guys. I just kind of wanted to, this is a quick reaction video to me, just like being baffled about the nominees for Game of the Year. Like, I just don't get it. How did Xenoblade, Persona 5, and Half-Life not make the list? Like, I don't get it. It's just insane to me. But anyway, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know your guys' thoughts on the game of the year 2020, and what do you guys think is gonna win? I think it's gonna be Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think any of these games really stand a chance. Anyway, that's gonna be it. See you guys later.